het tweede gedeelte van ons programma. En ik moet u toegeven, ik had alleen opgezocht wat klare taal in het Engels betekent en niet wat reclame tot zo dadelijk is. En daarom dat u nu een vreemde klare natuurlijk terug goed. Oké, Greg, let's go on with it.
Ja, we gaan verder met onze Amerikaanse gast, dames en heren. Even een klein lesje aardrijkskunde. Greg die is geboren in Lakewood in de buurt van Los Angeles. Daar zien we een kaart van Amerika. U moet het daar ergens links. Kijk, daar ziet u het. Daar is Greg geboren en heeft zijn jeugd doorgebracht in Carson City, near Reno. Van Los Angeles is dat. En Cathy die is van La Crosse in Wisconsin. Dat is 3000 kilometer van elkaar. Samen hebben ze een hele tijd gewoond in Rancho Murrieta, Californië is dat, altijd mooi weer. En nu zijn ze verhuisd naar Minneapolis en Greg droomt ervan om ooit nog in Montana te wonen. Greg, you moved from sunny California to Minneapolis, which is well known for its rough winters, where you can't even ride a bike. Wasn't it stupid to move from sunny California to Minneapolis?
Most European riders go to the south of France, just to be able to...
Well, I still go in January. I go to California for training. But no, it's actually been better for my cycling. I mean, I'm fresh. I'm not as conditioned as I could be if I lived in California. But after 86, 87, I was getting burned out from cycling. And when I got shot, I had time to think about how I wanted to do the rest of my career. And we'd been wanting to move to closer to Cathy's family in that area. I like 4 seasons. I like real hard winters.
Why? Why? You should explain that. Why winters?
Well, I like snow. I grew up
That's a good reason.
in Reno. I grew up I lived from 7 years old until 18, 19. I lived in Lake Tahoe, Reno, and there we had snow every winter. And that's how I got into cycling. I was a skier, and now I love cross country skiing. Langlaufen. And in Minneapolis is a big metropolitan city, has everything that a big city like New York City or Los Angeles, but it's a little bit more compact. It's a very good way of, it's a more normal way of life. Say California is, everybody moves to California to look for work. So you have people who are nice, but a lot of crime, a lot of weird people too.
Now, in Minneapolis?
Minneapolis it's so cold it keeps people away.
Yeah, but you lived quite close to somebody like Prince.
Yeah, he's about 10 kilometers from.
And laughing with you?
No, he only dances.
Yeah. You know him personally?
I met him in his nightclub once, but.
And he's a weird guy, yeah.
He seemed kind of strange. Yeah. He didn't say a word. I said hello, nice to meet you.
And he said hi.
No, he just sat there.
Oh, nice guy.
You
dream of Montana?
Well, I love Montana. It's the real West. It's where there's still cowboys there and still Indians too.
And Indians.
But they live on reservations, unfortunately. But it's also the best place for trout fishing.
For trout fishing.
A fanatic for fly fishing.
Forellen is dat zeker?
Forellen, ja. Tweet, hè? Tweet.
You have a part of a cowboy in you?
I have more part Indian. I'm American Indian.
Yeah?
I'm 1/8 Cherokee Indian. Yeah.
Cherokee? What's that?
That's a car. That's a tribe. Yeah. Cherokee, it's like a Jeep. Yeah. I have more, but I have a little cowboy. My dad had horses when we were growing up, and I used to have to feed them.
How famous are you in the States?
Not.
Well, you went to Reagan, you went to Bush, Bush, yeah. I blush.
Pretty famous, but not compared to the other American athletes. It's just not a mainstream sport. The only time cycling comes on TV is in July, and this year I don't think it'll even make it on American TV.
How was Ronald Reagan? Did he recognize you?
Yeah, he seemed to.
Who's the nicest guy, Bush or Reagan?
I don't know. They both seem pretty nice, but then they're, I don't know, paid to do that.
Well, can you compare them?
Well, they both seem like, you know, when somebody's about 75 years old or 70 years old, everybody, even if they're not nice, they seem to be nice, because when they're older, I don't know, they seem to be like grandpa. You know,
it seems that that there are problems again in the United States to find a good president? Because we hear in Europe, we hear that you don't have a valuable candidate.
Well, I think Bush has the most qualifications. I don't think...
But he's not going to win.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Sure.
You're a Bush fan?
No, but I think compared to the other candidates, he's a better politician.
He's the best because the rest
but he's still a very intelligent president.
Has Bush more chances to win the elections than you to win the Tour of France?
I think I probably have well, no. Compared to his opponents, I think it's going to be tougher for me to win the Tour than for him to win. He doesn't have the opponents that I have.
But of course, he has been a good president for the rich Americans, not for the poor.
Well, that's not true.
No?
I think everybody's right now in America is blaming many things on the economy. It's a natural cycle. We went through 10 years of growth in the economy, and there's one point the economy can't continue to grow. They've been predicting this before Bush. It's mainly probably a problem of Reagan, but it's a complication of politics from years before too. And you're finding out in Europe, the economy's going the same way, but it's normal because it's a cycle. It can't continue to grow.
Het is een cycle, inderdaad. Dat was klare taal, dames en heren, maar we gaan nu kijken, u zal mij begrijpen, naar reclame. Tot zo dadelijk.